curses and omens connected to animals. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Nature Snipes. 5. Owls, portent of witches. Owls are often seen as a conduit of wisdom, but in Eastern Africa, in countries from Zimbabwe to South Africa, these nocturnal birds of prey don a more sinister reputation. Some superstitions claim that a death is imminent when an owl lands on an elderly person's roof. Some take it further by claiming that these owls are also messengers for witches, or even the medium in which a witch's curse is transferred onto an unsuspecting victim. With such an ominous reputation, many owls are often killed on sight or poisoned if a nest is discovered. However, ecological movements have been put in place to wipe the cursed reputation away from the birds of prey due to their significant impact on the environment as keystone predators. 5 species of owls live in the region to this day, and thankfully, the public has grown accepting enough of these birds to stave off endangerment. 4. The knocking of the death watch beetle. The beetle, with a Latin name Cestobium rufophilosum, has a curious habit of bashing its head into the wood surrounding its borehole in order to attract a mate. This often creates a loud enough noise for people to pick up on. However, this knocking noise also happened to be construed with a person's impending death, and it was thought that the knocking was the tapping of the Grim Reaper's bony fingers. Ergo, this European beetle's more popular name is the Death Watch beetle. The omens surrounding this beetle's mere mating ritual come from the death vigil tradition. Before people at the end of their life had the luxury of a hospital, the person's family typically watched over them day and night until the time of their passing. Naturally, this created a hushed and reverent atmosphere until the wood-boring Death Watch beetle began to make its knocking noise, prompting people to assume death was near. 3. Witchcraft and black cats. While the contemporary bad luck interpretations of witnessing a black-coated feline seems a bit blaze, the origin behind the black cat's reputations are a bit more dramatic. The story begins with Hecate, the Greek deity of witchcraft. It was said that Hecate kept a black cat as her familiar, and in 1233, Pope Gregory IX made matters worse for these dark-colored felines by declaring that they were also familiars to Satan. Over time, medieval Europe would be plagued with countless bloody and unjust witch hunts, and the black cat's close proximity to sorcery led to an ill fate for felines as well. Sightings of a black cat often indicated that a witch lived nearby. While superstitious folk took the cats as a bad omen, they were an even worse omen for any woman living on the fringes of society, soon to be judged as witch. The Witchcraft Association would persist across Europe until the 19th century and even cross over to America. 2. Ravens in the Tower of London. Many Englishmen claims that the Kingdom of England would fall lest a raven remains in the Tower of London, and unlike most superstitions throughout history, this one is rigorously upheld well into the present. Though the origins of this curse are a bit dubious, it is speculated that they began in the mid-17th century when King Charles II was warned by a nameless seer that the ravens nesting in the Royal Observatory needed to remain for all time to ensure England's security. For the next 4 centuries, 6 ravens would always be kept in the tower. The Raven Master is the prestigious position established by the crown to perpetually raise and tend to the birds. This task was originally the job of the yeoman quartermaster, but changed after World War II. Eventually morphed into the Raven Master in 1968, and he still holds the responsibility today. The Raven Master also sees to the clipping of the bird's wings, diminishing their ability to fly, which is often criticized for being overly superstitious at the expense of the raven's freedom. 1. The Curse of the Billy Goat. While some of the curses and omens on this list entails horrible fates of death and rue, none are so treacherous as the fate brought upon the Chicago Cubs baseball team at the hooves of a wicked and willy goat. The Curse of the Billy Goat is a staple in Chicago folklore, and it all began in 1945. A tavern owner by the name of William Sinus bought tickets to see the Cubs for himself as well as his pet goat, Murphy. The Cubs had seen prolific success in the previous few decades, winning a dozen NL pennants and a few World Series titles. So naturally, Sinus was eager to show his hometown team at a World Series game to his beloved pet. However, at the gate, Murphy was tragically denied entry into the stadium by merit of being a goat. As a result, Science maliciously uttered a curse, claiming that the Cubs, they ain't gonna win no more. Despite a prolific use of holy water, the allowance of goats at games, and countless other measures, the Cubs wouldn't win a World Series until 2016. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you will love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.